Welcome back. So today we have the number 2 cross stitch from VIP Cross Stitch Company, and I will link their website in the description box, along with a 10% discount code if you so choose to purchase one, or you can just purchase it without the discount code. But the discount code is BarbieG10 for 10% off any of your purchases through this company. So here we have, it's an 11 count, which is the size of the fabric. And it's a 40 by 70 centimeter project. So it's going to be a fairly big one. So let's check out what we got here. And this cross stitch was on sale for $9.39, regularly priced at $13.31. So it's a very, very good deal for a project like this. So first we have our needle kit. And now this comes with everything you need except scissors. So you'll need a good pair of scissors. So there's a thimble, and then we have a needle threader, and then we have 5 needles, and these are a little bit bigger needles than the last cross stitch that I showed, and that's because this is an 11 count, and the last one I showed, which was a dragonfly, was an 18 count, which is a much smaller fabric. The aida on the fabric, it's called aida. So anyway, here we have all of our directions telling you how to divide your threads, and it says 11 count. You use 3 threads, so you'll take 1 strand of thread and divide it into 2. So you'll have 3 threads in each set part. Then you'll put that on your needle and start stitching. And then it says how to read the symbols and find the corresponding colors for each symbol. And I'll go over that with you if you need to. I've also gone over it several times in other videos that I've previously done. So if you haven't, go ahead and check them out. And if you have any questions at all, give me a holler and I will do my best to try to clarify. It also has instructions on how to do an unprinted cloth. These are already pre-printed cross stitches, but they also include a pattern with on paper. And y'all, this paper is a little bit delicate, but for this, but I think you just have to be careful not to rip it. Some are rip proof, some are not with the patterns. It also gives you cleaning and maintenance, how to, when you're finished, what to do with it, which is you actually soak it in water and all the printed part of the pattern will go away and you'll just be left with your threads. So if something happened where you got your fabric wet and your pattern disappears, you always have the paper pattern to go back and follow and do it as a counted cross stitch instead. And of course it has on the bottom how to do each kind of embroidery stitch for cross stitch, and it gives you how-to directions on what those look like. So I think these are basically straight cross stitch, and they don't have any extra stitches. So this is, if you can see, it is a very large pattern, and I think this pattern is about the same size as the actual cross stitch, but I'm not sure. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see it from the pattern, but this is what it should look like, or at least somewhat look like by the time it's finished. And this is a peacock, and it's kind of like a rainbow peacock, so I was really excited to get this one. And it has some confetti in it, which is like right here and right here. but it doesn't have a lot of confetti in it. So it's got a lot of big empty space. The space is not empty. It will actually be filled with the color, but it's got large spaces of each color. So like I said, it just doesn't have quite a lot of confetti, but it does have some confetti in it. As you can see, I don't know how much of that you can see on there, but it also has 150 stitches across, and it has 280 stitches long. So it's going to be quite long instead of wide and long. So that is going to be really cute. And then it has on the pattern, on the paper pattern, it also has the key for your color key on both the fabric and on the paper. So here it gives you the numbers of each thread, and this particular pattern has 40 colors. So it's got a lot of colors in it. So it should be pretty colorful. It also gives you a symbol for each color. So the symbol you'll go for, okay, like the yellow right here. Number 2 is 154, which I personally know is a purple just from doing it so long. That color you'll look over here is all of this yellow over here. Those are all the purple stitches. So you correspond this color to whatever symbol is in the key, or you can go by the number. Just depends on how you like to do it. And this is the number for the identifying number for each color thread. And I know like 310 right here is a black. And these, I'm not sure if these are DMC or CMC threads. The difference is DMC is 100% cotton thread, and I think it's made in the United States, and the CMC thread is made overseas and is a polyester and cotton blend. So let's go ahead and look at the rest of the kit. And if you have any questions about how to do this, or read the, any questions about cross stitch in general, just leave it in the comments and I will get back with you as soon as I can. So this has lots of thread. It has extra black, which is the DMC 310, or the 310, maybe not DMC. It's either DMC or CMC. I'm going to guess by the way it looks that it is probably the CMC, but I could be wrong. And then it has the beautiful blue, and these are extras because it's going to have a lot of these particular colors. And then we have, if I can get around, the thread. And I like this. The thread is already on a big sheet, and it has the corresponding number. So this would be number 37, which you'll go over here and look, and number 37 is right here. So this number 37 corresponds to this color blue. And then it'll give you the symbol, which is like a half square. So it's fairly easy to follow. And these are some more of the colors, if I can get them apart. And these are all the colors for this. It's going to be quite colorful, kind of like a rainbow. And it gives you plenty, you should have plenty of thread to complete this. You should not run out. I really don't think you'll run out. They give you so much. And if something happens where you do, go ahead and contact the company and tell them, hey, I run out of a certain color. Or you can go and match it up to a DMC thread number and just go to like your local Hobby Lobby or Michael's and pick up a corresponding color thread. Because the numbers, the DMC, these numbers right here, which are either the DMC or CMC, the numbers are related to both types of threads. The numbers are the same, so you can usually use, like if you run out of this thread, you can go to your store and get a DMC thread, and the same color should match fairly well. There are some colors that are a little bit different, but for the most part they are pretty much identical. So let's go ahead and check out the canvas itself. And it is a pretty big canvas. I probably will not be able to get it all in. Let's see, it's pretty big. This project should take a minute. So as you see, it is a peacock, and it's going to be a rainbow peacock. So this pattern corresponds to this paper pattern. They are the same. Now let's take a look. So as you see, the paper pattern looks exactly like the printed pattern. And these printed patterns are really good. They are within the squares, so you're not going to run into, see, each square is one particular pattern. It's not skewed or anything. It's not smeared, anything like that. And it probably won't, as long as you don't get it wet. So it's easy to follow. Those squares stay where they're at, indicating which color to put in each square. So I like that. And these colors are really bright and bold, so it makes it nice to be able to tell the difference between the different pattern colors. And I've had some cross stitches where it was really hard to follow because they were the symbols were all so close that it was just very difficult to tell which symbol was what. Anyway, so if you like this cross stitch, go ahead and check it out. It may or may not still be on sale. I'm not sure. But you can, even if it's not on sale, you can go and use that discount code, and it will save you some money for either this or the others that I will be showing. I will say I am not sure if their sale price is good with the code or not, but that's okay because either way you'll be saving money. They have different sales all the time on different patterns, so you just pick out the pattern you want. If it's on sale, you may not be able to use the code. If it's not on sale, you may. I'm not really sure. But they do have other posted sales, like I think right now they have 7% off your entire order, but with my code you actually save 10% off, so it's a little bit better of a deal. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will be checking back with you as this project goes along, so you can see how it is and what it looks like in the finality. Anyway, thank you for checking this out with me. And I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much. Just thought I would let you see the colors one more time. And this is a very good fabric. They are shiny, not too shiny, but they are somewhat shiny. And I don't see any stops or starts in the middle of a thread, which sometimes happens during manufacturing. But if you do find one like that, you just cut it and cut the knot out of it and use the thread in a shorter version. So, but anyway, I wanted to show you how beautiful these are, and this is going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous project to do when it's finished. So anyway, make sure to check out those discount codes. They have plenty of discounts on cross-stitch kits, and these are complete kits, everything you need except for the ring to put your project in and a pair of scissors, which you can actually buy on the website. So that's pretty cool too if you don't have one, or you can just pick one up at a local store. But anyway, thank you so much for checking this out, and I hope you have a blessed day, evening, night, morning, wherever you are in the world.